This week on Paint It Black, I discuss an issue I'm very passionate about: representation. I'm looking at mainstream Australian media and the lack of black faces on our television screens. So stick around and subscribe to my channel as we paint it black. Middle Easterns portrayed as terrorists, Asians as bad drivers, Latinas, the sexy fiery tees, and black characters, well, ghetto. For decades, these have been the stereotypes of ethnicities that have played out in movies and on TV. Only recently have characters been based on the character and less on the race. 5 years ago, Jessica Mauboy made history when she became the first Aboriginal actor to land the leading role in a commercial network. That's right. Up until 2016, we hadn't seen an Aboriginal person in a lead role, which is well behind the representation of African Americans. From Hattie McDaniel, who was the first African American to win an Academy Award in 1940, to Raven Simone, who was the first African American to star in a leading role on Disney Channel. In recent years, we've seen shows like Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, and Orange is the New Black, giving Black Americans the space to showcase their acting skills. But it's not just colour that the US networks excel in. The LGBTQI community is starting to be better represented in the US media. Back in the 1990s, Ellen DeGeneres ventured into uncharted territory when her character on Ellen came out. It marked the first time a character ever publicly declared out loud, "I'm gay" on television.
Susan, I'm gay.
In 2018, former Glee creator Ryan Murphy made history when his TV show Pose had the largest ever transgender cast for a scripted show. So how does Australian media stack up? Well, it took our beloved Home and Away 32 years to introduce an Indigenous family. Unfortunately for the show's Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander viewers, the Indigenous family were Māoris from New Zealand, which one side of me is happy about, but the other is a little disappointed. Meanwhile, over at Ramsay Street, Indigenous actor Tony Briggs appeared on Neighbours in 1987, but it took 29 years for the program to introduce an Aboriginal main character when they signed Main White in 2014. Unfortunately, in April, both Main and another actor, Sharina Clanton, who was set to appear in an upcoming episode, spoke out about the racism they endured on set. In an Instagram post, Clanton said one actor had used the N-word, and when she confronted them over it, she was told to go somewhere else. But the one ray of sunlight over the years for representation has been Deborah Mailman. Mailman has appeared in several TV shows and movies, and she was the first Aboriginal actress to win the Australian Film Institute Award for Best Actress for her leading role in Radiance in 1997. She had a supporting role in The Secret Life of Us as well as Offspring. The most historic move in Australian TV history for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people was the premiere of Redfern Now. The TV show, which aired on ABC, so not commercial, had a cast filled with First Nation actors and actresses. The show ended after 2 seasons and won several awards, including 2 Logies. Unfortunately, it's not just scripted TV shows that there's a lack of diversity in Australian media. A 2020 report by 4 Australian universities in partnership with Media Diversity Australia found that more than 75% of presenters, commentators and reporters in our media have an Anglo-Celtic background. 100% of free-to-air television news directors have an Anglo-Celtic background, and they are all male. Compare this to our society, it's staggeringly different. The 2016 census showed nearly half of all Australians were born overseas or had a parent born overseas. There is also a great linguistic diversity. More than 300 languages are spoken across the nation, and 21% of Australians speak a language other than English at home. The report recommends systematic collections of diversity data, establishing cultural diversity targets, and prioritising diversity in recruitment and promotions of newsroom staff. Diversity and representation matters because it reflects our society and how we can all change and improve. If our media, that is being news and entertainment TV media, isn't breaking down racial stereotypes, then racism will continue. Being able to break stereotypes will allow us to understand each other better, and it'll create a more unified society for future generations. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Paint It Black.